All right, we'll go ahead and get started. Good to see you all. And everyone's West Asheville gear, loving it. All right, let's see, maybe we'll give Dina one more minute to see if it's all working for her. I don't know, maybe it's just my computer. Okay, so today's class, actually, I've been thinking about maybe 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago. I think a number of you live and some people getting the recording were in the class. I had just gotten back from a road trip where I flew to Chicago and met. I'm wondering if I'm okay. Thumbs up still, I'm good. Okay, Dina just keeps popping on and off. I went out to Chicago. My friend was driving from San Diego all the way to New Haven because she was starting school at Yale, a forestry school. And I'd gotten back to the trip and I taught a class about how easy it is to encourage and love other people. Like my friend was so nervous and anxious and feeling like she didn't belong at Yale and all these things. And we talked for like hours and hours. And it was so easy for me to be just like, you're amazing. Like, you're so smart. And I taught this big class on like our inner critic and how we speak to ourselves. And this week, that friend now graduated from Yale and she now runs the forestry school. So very, very impressive. Hey, she's coming down for a visit. She's driving back from San Diego and she's been quarantining and she's going to come and stay with us. But I was thinking about that conversation and that class a lot this week. And I had this realization that sometimes it's not even how we just speak to ourselves. It's a layer deeper than that. And it can be like these pre-thought of ideas about ourselves that we can get stuck in. So one of mine is like, two of mine. One is that I'm really clumsy. And one is that I'm really forgetful. Like I'm always forgetting things. I'm always forgetting my little AirPods. And this week I had the realization that I spend so much energy thinking that way about myself that I almost like will it to come true. So it's not that I'm like talking to myself negatively a lot, but I just have these set ideas like I am this way. And there's a lot of energy that goes into that, me being this certain way. So what I've been playing with for the week is like, what happens if I let go of that idea about myself? Like, does that free up energy so that I might be able to like create a space for my AirPods instead of just always kind of assuming that I'm going to forget them or lose them. That's a silly example, but I think you guys get the gist of what I'm sharing. So it's been really a fun experiment for me. And it's been actually like really surprising at the changes that have like kind of come through this week without so much effort. So I just kind of wanted to share that with you because maybe it could be helpful in an area of your life. If there's a way you kind of, maybe it's not negative self-talk, but it's a way you've almost classified yourself as like, I'm always like this. And just what happens if you give a little freedom around that strict boundary. Okay, so let's sit. I'm always dropping little funny things on you. So go ahead and find a comfortable seated position. Close your eyes if that feels safe for you. And just take a few moments to let that all settle in. And notice if there's an area of your life, maybe on your mat or off your mat. If this is an easy example on our mat, is like certain poses we tell ourselves we just don't do. I don't do that. I can't do that. What happens is not that you have to do those poses, but what just happens if you let that go? Perhaps it frees up a little energy, a little space for you to explore other parts of the pose or other parts of yourself. So just sit with it for a few more breaths here. Maybe there's an intention that you want to set or an idea that you want to challenge yourself. Now's a good time to do that. And then whenever you're ready, no rush. Bend the elbows and bring your hands to heart center. Let's take a nice full inhale. Nice full exhale. Release your hands down, softly open your eyes. And we're going to start with a seated twist today. So we're going to inhale, lift our arms forward and up or out and up. And then exhale, go ahead and twist to your left. Right hand comes on top of left knee. Left hand can come behind your back. Maybe you hold onto your mat, give yourself a little traction. If it feels okay with the neck, you could take your gaze over the left shoulder and just pause here. And see, as you rest and sit in this twist, can you just send yourself a bit of loving kindness? Perhaps words of encouragement, affirmation. One more breath here. And then exhale, you can go ahead and unwind. Inhale, arms come out and up. Exhale, go ahead and twist to the right. Left hand on top of right knee. Right hand could hold onto the mat and traction a bit. Gaze could go over the right shoulder. And then again, perhaps you close your eyes. And it's almost as if you were speaking to a friend, right? It's so easy, oftentimes, to encourage friends, to send them loving kindness. Can you do that for yourself? One more breath. And then exhale, go ahead, unwind. We'll do just a few Sufi grinds here. So inhale, bring the heart forward to the side. It's almost a rounding as you come back, opening up the back of the heart. So just some nice big hip circles to open up, starting to check in inner thighs, pelvis, front and back of heart. Go ahead, reverse the direction. You can allow this to feel good. Allow yourself just to be curious. And then we can pause in the center when you're even between the two sides, and we'll do seated cat-cow. So inhale, heart lifts, gaze comes up, and then exhale, press into your thighs, round through the spine, open through the back of the heart. Inhaling, and just again, if it feels safe, you can close your eyes and just flow with this for, maybe we'll stay here for a minute. So just allowing yourself to kind of drop into your body, drop into your breath. Notice what you notice. Maybe without as much effort, you can come back to that loving kindness, words of affirmation, encouragement from yourself to yourself. Okay, let's do just like 2 more rounds. If you want to pause in one direction or the other, you're more than welcome to. And then we'll pause in neutral. Good. And then we'll come down onto our backs and we'll just do a bit of our reset on our back. So knees bent, feet underneath knees. And then with your sit bone or your pelvis down here on your back, can you just slightly draw your pubic bone up so you feel a little more of your sacrum on the mat, that triangular bone on the back of the pelvis. Spread your toes, press through the feet, keeping that pubic bone drawn up slightly, lift the pelvis up. You can make fists with your hands, give yourself a little feedback, and just pause here. Keep the back of the head heavy, back of the shoulders heavy. Get a little opening through the front of the belly. So maybe even take a nice full conscious breath into your belly while continuing to ask the glutes to work. Notice if one side needs a little more breath than the other. So for me, just holding static here, I can feel that the right side, especially the right side of my belly, needs just a little more movement, a little more life than the left side. know that that can change. It doesn't always appear the same way. It doesn't have to stay the same way. And then go ahead, draw the pubic bone up and lower the pelvis down so you feel the sit bones, the sacrum on the ground. And then we're going to reach our right foot up with our pelvis down. Flex the right foot. And then we're going to extend the left leg out long. And as you extend the left leg out long, I want you to see, can you press your calf down into the mat? So really root the left calf down, the left heel down. And then keep having that slight draw up the pubic bone. So there should be kind of like a lot of work. And we're going to place our hands behind our head. Exhale, elbows are going to come towards one another. Inhale, and then exhale, lift your chest up. A little leg stretch for our hikers in the group. Our exerciser, lift your chest. A little bit of stretch in our hamstrings. Down. You can release the arms, bend the right knee, and then you'll lift the left leg up. So it's like a little swap there. Flex the left foot, draw the pubic bone up. So right away, you're asking the core to integrate, and then extend the right leg out long. And can you get the calf, the right calf down? So we're asking, so I like this cue of putting the right calf down because we're asking the entire right leg to kind of drop back. So it even feels like my right inner thigh is rooting down towards the ground. Take an inhale here, and then exhale, elbows come together. We ask the abdominals to start to work again. Good. See if we can stay here for one more breath. And lower the left foot down on the left knee and the right knee. This time we'll take both feet up. Spread through your toes, maybe point and flex your feet a few times, get active through the legs. And even here, imagine that your legs are back on the ground. So try and press that calf, those calves into an invisible floor. And just notice what that does to the backs of the legs, particularly the backs of the hamstrings. Exhale, come together. Lift your chest. You might be able to lift a little higher here. Shoulder is off the leg. Inhale, start to lower the right leg down. It's not going to come all the way down. Use the core. Exhale, lift the right leg up. Inhale, lower the left leg down. Reach through the left. And then exhale, lift the left leg up. Keep going here. Try and do side so I know that you feel like fire in your core. Really should feel like fire in your abs, the front of the belly, And I also feel like a little bit of a stretch for the legs. So I kind of lost count, but I think one more. And go ahead, exhale into your belly and just give the low back a little rock. So rock side to side. Whew. Okay, we're gonna open up the belly a bit. So you're gonna cross your right leg over your left, your right knee over your left, and then cross at the ankles, so little eagle legs. And then you're gonna take your left arm on top, Garudasana, eagle arms, maybe crossing once or twice. And then it will fire the core a little bit more. So we're gonna inhale, take the fingers and toes away from one another. And exhale, elbows and knees towards one another. Inhale to extend. Exhale together. And then this time, inhale, extend, and let the left fingertips come overhead and the left foot come down. You can wiggle your elbows to the left so you can breathe nice and fully here. And come back to a nice full breath in the belly. unwind with my arms and legs away from each other, but you could come back to the center, whatever feels best. We'll place the feet down, and then we'll just do a few windshield wipers in between, knees to the left and through, and then knees to the right and through. Good. And then go ahead, walk your feet underneath your knees, press through your feet, and lift your pelvis back up for that bridge pose. Just like how we started, head heavy, shoulders heavy, and then just check in. How are the right and left, the front and back? Is it feeling any different? Is the breath needed in any different area? Good, and then we can lower down. This time we'll lift the knees up, and then left leg, left knee on top, cross the legs. Right arm on top, Garudasana. Okay, and then we go inhale 2 times, hands and feet go away. Exhale, elbows and knees come together. Your breath, inhale to extend, exhale together. And then on the third, we take it overhead, and then we rest the fingertips and we rest the foot down. I wiggled my nose over to the left, so there's a lot of space for my breath. Check in with the volume of your breath, maybe feeling the breath in the rib cage, 4-dimensional breath. Maybe feel space in the center of yourself. One more breath here. And then exhale, you could either bring the knees and elbows together or unwind overhead. Okay, just one more round of windshield wipers, side to side. And then whenever you're ready, we'll make our way up to all fours. So you could roll to one side, press through your hands and come up, or you could rock and roll, either way. Okay, I'm gonna face you guys on this one. Oh. Hands come underneath shoulders, knees come under hips. We're gonna do a little different flow today, so. All right, so pause in your neutral spine, and then as you're ready, at your own time, your own pace, find a few cat-cows. So sit bones back, and then exhale to tuck the sit bones under. And I want you to see, we're gonna be here, let's say, again, for another minute, just exploring. So I'm not gonna cue you as much. I just want you to check in and feel. And then again, using this strategy, almost like if you were helping your best friend do this cat-cow. Like, can you think of the space you would want that friend to have? If there's an area of their body that might feel like tight, and can you give yourself that space? So if when you tuck your sit bones under, you feel like, oh, wow, I need a breath there and I need some little movements there. Can you give yourself that? No, there's no rush. We're going to get moving here. Don't worry. But just give yourself that little bit of grace so that you can really feel in, and just notice how that affects you, how it changes the movement as you start flowing again. It seems so simple, hey? It's like a little thing, but I do believe it can make a big difference. Okay, next time, whenever you're ready, next time you come through neutral, pause in neutral, and we're gonna tuck our right toes under. Glide your right foot back, and then lift your right foot up. So float your right foot. And can you really reach out of that right foot? I have a wall behind me. You can imagine pushing your foot into the wall. Just feel how long the leg can get. Give it a little space. Take a nice full breath here. And then you're gonna kickstand your left foot and plant the right foot down for a modified side plank. Reach the right arm up. Maybe rainbow the right arm over the ear. And then breathe into the right side body. So right hip, right side of the belly, right rib cage, maybe all the way up to the right shoulder. And then you might want to bring your right arm back up towards the ceiling and float the right leg up. Maybe you can bend the right knee and reach around and catch the right foot, giving yourself a little bit of stretch in the front of the leg. Okay. If you caught the foot, can you press the foot into the hand into the foot and make it active? So if you let go of your foot, your leg wouldn't move. Okay. And then go ahead and let go of your foot. Maybe you test it. Does the foot move? Does the leg move? And then just place the right hand down, turn the left foot back so that it's square. And then you're going to extend the right leg back behind you. Here's the whole reason why I turned to the side, which now sounds kind of silly. We're going to inhale, take the right leg out to the right. And then exhale, bring the right leg back to center. Inhale, right leg out to right. Exhale, center. So we're going to do 3 more. Notice if you're sending all your weight to the left. If you are, can you shift some weight to the right? We'll make it a little more challenging. And can you feel this relationship between the 2 inner thighs? Like they don't want to separate. Next time the right foot is out to the right, pause there. And then you're going to plant the right foot, toes point forward. You can bend into the right knee and then walk yourself up. Right leg can straighten. Inhale, arms are going to come out. And then exhale, side bend over to your right. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, side bend right. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, side bend right. Pause here. You could take your hand to your inner thigh of the right leg and focus on the breath. Left hip, left belly, rib cage, maybe even left shoulder. Good. Come back up on the inhale. Exhale, lower your hands back down, and then we'll do 3 rounds of cat-cow here. So inhale, sit bones back, belly drop, gaze comes up. Exhale, tuck the sit bones under and round. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, tuck it under and round. Last one, inhaling. And exhale. Good. Go ahead, bring the right knee to meet the left. And we'll do a few look back at it. So you're gonna look back at your right hip, send the right hip to the right, and then come center, send the left hip to the left. Look back at it. 2 more on each side. Almost like a dog. I know lots of you have dogs. You can pretend you're wagging your tail or chasing your tail. Okay, pause in the center, lower your forearms down. We'll open up the back line of the body. Tuck your toes under and then send your hips up and back for a dolphin pose. You're gonna really have a deep bend in your knees, maybe pedal out one leg and then the other. Again, just trying to get a little movement, a little life into the back of the legs. Maybe you feel the back of your calves. Can you explore here? Try relaxing your head, relaxing your jaw. Take a few more breaths. And then when you're ready, no rush, you could stay in this pose as long as you'd like. Down and come back up all fours. This time we'll tuck the left toe back, tuck the left toes under, send the left foot back, and then engage your core, lift the left leg up. Good, take a nice full breath here. Right, and then we kickstand the right leg, send the left leg down, lift the left arm up, modified side plank. Maybe you rainbow the left arm up overhead. And you breathe into the left hip, left belly, left ribs. Maybe all the way up to the left clavicle. Left arm can come back up, float the left leg if you'd like, and then see, can you bend the left knee and catch the left foot without throwing your rib cage way off? And then notice, is it passive or can you make it active? So press the foot into the hand into the foot, so that if you let go of the foot, your leg doesn't move all that much. You could even play with that a little bit. Active, hey? Good. Then release your leg. Take the foot back behind you, the left foot back behind you. Then inhale, left foot out to the left. Exhale, bring it back to center. Inhale to the left. Exhale, center. So we're going to do 3 more. And I want you to check in. Are you shifting all your weight to one side? Can you bring it back to the center? Take some more core work. Okay, next time the leg comes out, pause, place the foot down, toes point forward, and then you walk up. All right, inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Pause. Right belly, rib cage, shoulder. Deep breath. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, lower the hands down, and then 3 rounds cat-cow here. So now we're asking our inner thighs to wake up a bit too. Okay, keep that grounding sensation through the left foot. Last one. And then go ahead, pause in neutral, bring the left knee back. All right, that's a nice stretchy warm up. We'll get moving now. Thank you for your patience. Tuck your toes under and send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Relax your head. And then after that nice long warm up, just how down dog feels. Notice if there's a way that you kind of classify your down dog, like my legs are always straight, or my knees are always bent, or this or that, and see if you can just let that go and tap more into just the feeling of the down dog. Can you feel the shape of the triangle? Can you feel your hands touching the mat, feet touching the mat? Maybe you feel like a force from the belly button straight down, like the center of yourself is helping you support your down dog. Maybe you feel a pull up from the pelvis towards the sky. Just be open to what you're actually feeling in this pose right now. And then bend your knees and take your time. Make your way up to the top of the mat. Your shins and just halfway lift and pause in your halfway lift. Let yourself acclimate here. And then send the hips back and the elbows on top of the knees. Pelvis back slightly. Down. Great. And then you can stay here as halfway lift and maybe hinge forward. Relaxing your head, relax. You send a breath. You release your jaw. Exhale from the seat way back. This time reach your arms back. Like you're a skier, hey? Draw your ribs back, ask your glutes to fire. And then keep your arms where they are, but straighten your legs. Stand up. And then release the arms down. Okay, awesome. We'll come into our reset now, our sun salutation. So feel the feet touch the earth. Feel the space you can create in your pelvis just by widening through the shins, widening through the feet. And then we'll inhale forward and up. And forward fold. We lift. Plant the hands up the right leg back. Drop the right knee underneath your hip. So a half kneel to start. Inhale, reach your arms up. Your elbows. Pause with the elbows cactus. And then, cactus, that was funny. Draw the left foot isometrically back and press the right knee forward. So left foot isometrically drops back, draws back, right knee isometrically pushes forward. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, just let your arms go down by your side. Take another breath here. And then exhale, plant your hands, bring your left foot, lift up off your back knee, step the back foot forward without swiping. of a push-up. Almost dial your hands out to plug the arms back into the shoulder sockets. Feel the space between your shoulder blades. Feel the strength in your body. And then lower your knees down, bend your elbows lower all the way to your belly. Reach your hands back, press your hands into the mat, press the feet into the mat, and then inhale, lift your chest up. Pause here, 3 breaths. Variation of a cobra, getting nice and wide through the collarbones, strong through the back. And then exhale, lower down, hands come underneath shoulders, press back up, down facing dog, take your time. Foot will step forward, left knee will drop. Half kneel, lift the arms up. Alignment of the pelvis. So right foot draws back, left knee presses forward. Exhale, cactus your elbows. Pause here for a breath. And then just let the arms float down by your sides. Keep that openness through your heart. And then release the hands down to frame the right foot and the left foot forward. We're going to inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And we're going to come right into the other side. So we're going to do this a little bit. So step the left foot back, the left toes under, directly underneath the hip. Inhale, lift the arm up, cactus up, and align the pelvis right away. So left hip forward. Feel the glutes forward. Inhale, tall to your side, and then exhale, twist to your right. Inhale, come back to center. 2 more, like twist just to the right. Feel the front of the left thigh. Hey, inhale, center. Right. Inhale, center, arm up, or the hands down. Left hand stays down, right arm lifts up, twist. And then maybe lift your left knee off the mat. Keep drawing that right hip back. Keep a little weight into the pinky toe side of the right foot. Keep lifting the back thigh, so the left thigh up towards the ceiling. Feel like a bit of work here. Gaze comes down, hand comes down. With swiping, so really the right foot back, high plank. Pause here, dial your hands in, almost like you're turning the lid of a mason jar with your hands, so the arms plug into the shoulder socket. Drop your knees down, bend your elbows. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot lifts up and back. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Little lunge, half kneel with the toe. Inhale, arms reach forward and up. Exhale, cactus the elbows. Align the pelvis, get the glutes to work. Inhale, grow tall through your spine. And then exhale, twist to your left. Don't let the pelvis move. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. 1 more. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Lift the arms up. Exhale, lower the right hand down. Left hand stays lifted. Maybe float that right knee. Okay, here, check in. Take a little more weight to the pinky toe side of the left foot. And then lift the back right thigh up towards the ceiling. More dynamic. Gaze comes down, hand comes down. Step forward, forward fold. Inhale, little lift. Exhale, sit back like you're sitting in a chair. Reach your arms back like a skier. You're going downhill, hey? Squeeze your hands like you have an invisible block between your 2 palms. Feel the heat. Press through your half step way up. And exhale, release the hands down. Okay, we're gonna do another round of sun salutation-ish movements, but this time we're gonna take a deep lunge and we're gonna feel the difference in our body. Inhale, reach the arms forward. The hips forward fold. Inhale, little lift. Exhale, plant the hands and step the right. Keep the back knee lifted. You might come to your fingertips or to blocks if you have them. And then pause here. And I want you, again, to check in with the pinky toe side of your left foot. Get a little more weight to the pinky toe side. And then I want you to check in with the back of the right thigh. Can you lift that up a little bit more towards the ceiling? Reach your heart forward. Ooh, it's a lot of work, hey? Yeah, okay, thanks for nodding. Helps me know. Okay, so you're gonna stay here for one more breath, and then you're gonna drop the right knee down and pause. Lift your chest. Your fingertips can stay down or they can be on your blocks. Draw that left hip back, the right hip forward slightly, and just feel maybe the right side of your belly. And then I'm going to ask you to find some strength, which is going to come from your core, from your center. So a slight hug of your inner thighs towards one another, and then walk your hands up to the top of your left thigh and lift your chest up. Ooh, nice. Hey, take another breath here. And then inhale, make your arms up. Okay, you're going to keep your pelvis just twist to the left. Inhale back to center. Twist to the left. Inhale, center, just one more time. To the left. Inhale, center, and lower your hands back to the floor to the left. And then we're gonna straighten our left leg on an inhale, get into the back of the leg. Bend to the left knee. Inhale to straighten. Exhale to bend. One more inhale. Exhale to bend. Pause on the bend and maybe reach around and catch the right foot with your left hand. Can you make it active? So that idea that you could let your foot go and it wouldn't be that different. So a little twist to the left. Good. Look down, release the foot. Get your blocks out of the way if you have them. Press into your hands and then use the core. So no swiping. Step the left back. High plank and pause. Breathe. Lengthen your spine even here. Reach your heels back, your heart forward. Good. Drop your knees down. Little chaturanga to little up dog. Or you could always do cat cows instead. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lengthen out your spine a bit. Notice how that feels. Relax your head. Feel the down dog. When you're ready, step the right, so right foot comes up and back, and then step the right foot forward. Again, it's lunge, so you might need to find your blocks. You might need to scoot the left foot back, and the back knee stays lifted, and we just pause here. Check in pinky toe side of the right foot. Check in with the alignment of your hips, pelvis, and then back of left thigh lifts up towards the ceiling. Yeah, heart reaches forward, gaze can stay down. I know sometimes holding these poses is a lot more challenging than moving through them. Drop down, and then just lift your chest. You might come to your fingertips here, but hands stay down-ish. Breathe. Check in with that right knee. Is it caving in? That's a good idea to take more weight into the pinky toe if you feel that right knee is coming towards the left. And then we're gonna ask the core to really work. So inner thighs engage and you float your hands to the top of your right thigh. Lift up. So you get a stretch in the front of the left belly. Okay, inhale, arms come up. And then exhale, open twist to the right. Inhale, center. Open twist right. Inhale, center. Twist right. And then I just place my left hand down, bend my left knee, and see can I catch that left foot. If you don't catch it, don't worry about it. You can just do a twist. If you do, keep it active so you can let go of the foot. Look, it doesn't move. Whoa. Yeah. Gaze comes down. Release, hand comes to block or to the mat. And then 3 times, we inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale and bend. Inhale to straighten. Exhale to bend. Last one, inhale, straighten. Exhale and bend. And then you take your blocks maybe to the highest height. We'll just have to foot forward. Forward, let the head go. Now I really promise a little bit more. Send your seat back. This time reach your arms forward, but can you widen your pelvis? So again, it's that weight toe side of the foot. Wide through the sides of the glutes, wide through the back of the pelvis. And then press through the feet, stand all the way up. Hands come through. Okay, do a little flow now. So inhale, arms reach forward and up. Send the hips way back like you're sitting in a chair. Utkatasana apart. Up, and then just tap the ribs down. Do that maybe 3 or 4 times. Keep the pelvis back. Heel just taps up and down, up and down. Now keep the heel up and glide the right foot back. Lunge. Back, same left hip back, right hip forward. Back right thigh up towards the ceiling. You want to reach your arms forward so strong. Okay, we're gonna add on here. So you're gonna lean forward, you're gonna reach through the back leg. It might float up, hands come back. And then you're gonna the left knee, float the right toes down, come forward. Come back, lean forward, right leg lifts. Bend left knee, arms come forward, leg comes down. What do you say? 3 more. Rhythm now. Use your core. What does that mean? It means inner thighs, it means back. Find the center. Okay, pause. Warrior 3, arms back. Bend the left knee, send the right leg back. Bend the right knee and then lift your chest. So it should feel different. Hey, it's a different kind of lunge. Inhale, lift the arms forward and up. So open twist to the left. Keep the pelvis where it is. Inhale, lift the arms up. Twist to the left. 1 more. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, open twist left. Inhale, arms come up. Your right for a goddess. Bend your knees, bend your elbows. Press back, so weight into the pinky toes. Knees back, elbows back. Good, let's reach our arms out to the side. Try and keep the pelvis stable and little reach left, center, little reach right, center, left, right, left, right. Let's do 3 more. That's 2. Last 1. And then release the hands down. Straighten the legs, pivot the feet so they're parallel, and then some side lunges. So send the seat back to the left and then to the right. So you could have your hands on your hips. I really like that. I stick my fingers in my hip creases and it helps me feel where I'm moving from. It gives me information. Maybe you prefer your hands down, whatever is fine. Okay, pause in neutral. Everyone put your hands on your thighs, bend your knees, and then lift yourself up, and we'll turn to the back of our mat. Okay, you're gonna come into your hinged lunge. So you just hinge forward, right? And then arms can reach forward, and same thing other side. So you send the weight forward into the right knee, left leg lifts, arms come back, bend the right knee, arms come forward, left leg comes down. All right, here we go. You can do it. Yep, you can. Let's do 3 more. Last 2. Last one, pause in your warrior 3. So that's with your left leg lifted. Bend into the right knee, slide that left foot back, and then bend the left knee, come into your knee high lunge. Good. Exhale, open twist right. Inhale, center. Exhale, open twist right. Inhale, center. Last one, open twist right. Inhale, center. And then turn to your left. Goddess again. Bend the knees, bend the elbows. Good. 3 times, press through the feet. Inhale, extend, reach up. Exhale, bend, descend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend and descend. Last one, inhale. And exhale. And inhale, straighten, float the arms down. This time we're gonna come into a forward fold. So you can inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Maybe you just drop your hands directly underneath your shoulders and pause in a long spine. Another thing that can feel really nice is just walking the fingertips forward, almost like a wide leg down dog. You might even sway the hips side to side, sway the arms side to side. You can come deeper into those side lunges. That's what you prefer. Take a breath here. And then walk your hands back underneath your shoulders, lift your chest, walk to the top of your mat, lift up, hinge lunge, step the right foot forward, back into that Utkatasana, and then a few times just lift the left heel up and down. Left heel up and down. Good. 3 more. Last 2. 1, pause with the heel lifted, glide the left back, hinge lunge, reach your arms forward. And then send your arms back, forward, flip up, warrior 3. Good, bend the knees, step the left foot back, lift up, high lunge, bend the back knee for a little more space. 1 time, exhale, twist to the left. Sorry, right. Inhale, center. Turn to the left, goddess. Bend your knees, bend your elbows, press through the feet. Inhale, stand all the way up. Turn to the back of your mat. Come into your hinge lunge. Float that back foot, warrior 3. Bend your knees, send the foot way back. Lift up, bend the back knee. 1 time, exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, back center. Exhale, turn to your right. Goddess pose. Stand back up. Turn towards the front of the mat. Bend the back knee and then step the back foot forward. Okay, take your feet a little bit wider and then just circle your hips. 3 circles in one direction. 3 circles in the opposite direction. All right, we'll do our second little flow here. So inhale, reach your arms forward and up. And forward fold. A little bit of a lift. Exhale, lift your hands and then step your left back. Reach it as you can. Pause just in this low lunge with the back knee lifted. Reach your heart forward. Just notice what you notice. Good. And then shift and then pick the right foot up, 3-legged down dog. All right, you're gonna actually bring your right knee towards your nose and you're gonna take your right ankle and place it on top of your left thigh like a figure 4 in your down dog. Bend your knees, send your hips back. Then a little bit of space here. Notice the weight in your hands. Can you one more breath in this down dog figure 4. Unwind, lift the right leg up and back. And then exhale, bring your knee towards your nose, step the right foot forward. On the left foot, come up, warrior 2. Drop the left hand back, reach through the right arm. And then exhale, drop the right arm down, extended side angle. Inhale, drop it back. Exhale, bring it forward. Last one, inhale, drop it back. And then inhale, bring it forward. Go ahead, windmill the hands down to frame right foot. You're gonna glide your right foot back towards the center of your mat. Leg up for a little standing split, warrior 3. You could come up onto your fingertips, reach your heart forward, keep your gaze down. Take a nice deep breath into the back of the right leg. See if you can stay here maybe a little bit longer than you're used to. Another breath or 2. And then Bend your right knee, walk your hands to the top of your right thigh, lift yourself all the way up, left knee comes up and through, and then left ankle on top of right thigh, figure four standing. Can reach forward and then exhale, sit bones back. Yeah, almost like you have a friend pulling your hips back and pulling your arms forward. Press down through your right foot, stand all the way up, and place your left foot down. Okay, we'll do the other side. Inhale, arms reach forward and up. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Forward fold. Inhale, a little lift. Exhale, the hands, opposite foot back. So we'll step our right foot back. Reach with foot, pause in your low lunge. I'm here. And when you're ready, shift some weight forward. Send the left foot up and back this time. And then little exhale, knee towards nose, but we're coming into that figure four. So left ankle on top of right thigh, hips go back. Figure four, down dog. Really create space in the hips. Yep. One more breath. And then send that left leg up and back. And then step the left foot forward. Back into that little lunge. And glide the left foot back with the right foot up. So it's a standing split, warrior three, mash up, heart comes forward. Great way to stretch the hamstrings. Oh, I forgot our warriors, hey? It's okay, we'll do it. 1 second. Okay, go ahead. Right foot back, lift the left foot up and back and just forgetting something, and then step that left foot forward and we'll come into our warrior two. How am I gonna remember to combine these? Hey, drop the right arm down, lift the left arm up. Exhale, send the left arm forward, reach through the right. Two more like that. On really right hip, this stretch, hey? And then you can windmill. That left foot back, second, lift your right leg and then bend your left knee, stand all the way up, lifting the right knee through, and then figure four standing. There you go. Hips back, you reach your arms forward. Good. Okay, and then stand all the way up and release. All right, so we'll do one quick combo of those two sequences-ish, and then we'll come into the pose that we've all been waiting for this class. Okay. That's not Shavasana, it's a Hanumanasana. We'll do a little bit of, all right, I wish I could hear you guys laughing. That's okay. Feet on, inhale, lift your arms forward and up, backwards. Let's just do one salutation and release down, forward fold. Inhale, little lift. You can do a salutation of your choice. You could hop back, down dog, or you could hop into plank, or you could just step back, make your way forward to some sort of plank, all fours, or choose a way to open the front of your heart. So an up dog, a cat or a cow pose, cobra, and then make your way opening the back of the heart through down dog or cow. Take a breath or two here, just feeling the body, hey? Widen through the arms, through the pelvis. And bend your knees and start to make your way back to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift. And lift your chest up, so Utkatasana. All right, here we go. We'll lift our right heel up, we'll step back. Reach the arms back, and then hinge forward, float up, warrior three. This time, let's open up to a little Ardha Chandrasana. So right hip opens. You could have your left hand on your thigh, right hand on your hip. I like that sensation, helping me notice where my body is. Okay, turn your right hip back down, and then you're gonna bring me up and through, a little different, I know. Hold on either to your right shin, toe, right leg. Maybe take the right or the right knee up to the right. Yeah. Good. Back to center. And then right knee. This is the tricky part. Send the right leg back toward 3. Bend the left knee. And then touch those right toes down. Come back up into your high lunge. And then you choose, do you want to bend that back knee or do you want to press through the big toe mountain, lifting the back right thigh towards the ceiling? Whichever one you choose, took a little micro twist to the left to get a little more opening through the front right side of the body. Come back to center, open up, warrior 2. Drop the back arm, lift through the top arm. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, windmill your hands down, pivot on the right foot, come into that low lifted lunge. So lifted heart. And just glide your left foot back, put the right leg up. Standing split variation. Good, bend through the left knee, lift the right knee up and through, and then standing your hips back, arms forward. Good. Press through the foot, come all the way to stand. Exhale, hands come through. Walk to the top of your mat if you need space. Inhale, arms reach forward and up. Back, forward, fold. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, send the weight back, come to the thighs. Just give yourself a second there. Feel that boundary of support. And maybe your chest, lift your hands a bit. Utkatasana. Lift that left foot back. Arms back, hinge lunge. And then go ahead, lift up, little warrior 3. And then open up, a little Ardha Chandrasana. Okay, go ahead, drop the left hip down, a little down, left knee up and through. The left big toe or the knee, extend the left leg out. Press the right calf, right thigh back, just like we did on the ground. Maybe out to the left. Back to the center. Release the foot or the knee, and the left leg all the way back, warrior 3. And then touch the toes down. Come into the lunge of your choice. Feel both in your body. Maybe a bend back knee. Notice how that aligns your pelvis. Lifting the back ceiling. Yeah, arms come up. And then micro twist to the right, wherever you are. Yeah. Full breath here. Come back, center, hands come through, and then open up warrior 2. One time, drop it back. One time, bring it forward. Bring it back to your warrior 2. Windmill your hands down. Pause in that lifted low lunge. And then just glide the right foot lift up. Standing split mashup. Good, soft bend in the right knee, use your core, lift yourself up, left knee up and through, and then standing figure 4, hips back. Press through your feet, stand all the way up. Release, yay, okay. So that was our little pose. Hips done, good. If you have blocks or books, now's your time to grab them, or maybe even a bolster if you have a bolster. So the rest of the class, we don't have that much longer to go. We're gonna get into some deeper openings. If you didn't get it, it's a stretchy class today. So if you have 2 blocks, take your 2 blocks, books, and have them towards the top of your mat. And we're gonna start our right foot back. No, actually, if we do our left back, like warrior 1. So my stance is that wide. My left foot's turned a 45-degree angle. Just 3 times, bend into your left knee, bend into your right knee and your right leg. And I just want you to feel, can you bend into that knee while still staying connected to your feet? Keep drawing the right hip back hip lightly presses forward. And the next time the right leg, straight pause. And our left arm out and up. And really reach, go tall through that left side. And then you reach forward with your left hand, right hand can stay on hip, and then until the left hand meets your block. With your right thumb, can you draw your right hip back? Yeah, so you're obviously coming into almost like a revolved triangle, okay? Heart is reaching forward, and then take your right hand to your belly button, and just see if you can guide your belly button up towards the ceiling, towards the sky. And then take your right hand to your heart, see if you can guide your heart up towards the sky. And then you could stay and stop at any point, but could you take your right hand to the back of your head and press your head into your hand, hand into your head. Whew, breathe here. And maybe even reach the right arm up towards the sky. All right, gaze comes down towards the left hand. Right hand comes down to your block. And square your hips. So now you're just heart is long over the right leg. Right hips drawing back, almost like a pyramid pose, hey? And you can stay here just working that long heart, long spine, or you can forward fold over the right leg. Up to you. I'm gonna stay nice and long here. 2 breaths. And then the back toes, and you're gonna bend into the right knee. You're coming into that long lunge, and you're gonna drop your left knee down, and we're just gonna inhale and lift our arms up. Okay, so just notice how it feels. And then exhale, find your blocks. And then again, inhale, you're gonna straighten your right leg. This time we're gonna pause. Either you stay right here, or maybe you wanna start working a little deeper in your split. Maybe you take the block underneath the pelvis like I just showed and extend forward or not. But wherever you are, can you stay for like 3 breaths? Maybe 2. We always want to come out of this pose nice and mindfully. So I like to feel my hands, and then I start to bend both knees. So on my front back, and I send my back leg forward. Okay. And everyone good. Lift up the back knee. Walk your blocks forward, and then back foot forward. Fold. Relax your head. Inhale, little lift. Exhale, sit back with your sitting in a chair, so we keep the glutes awake. Reach the arms forward. Way up. Exhale, hands come through. Just feel the difference between the two sides, okay? Okay, as you're ready, we'll take our right foot back like we're in a warrior 1. And you know where you're going now, so take some time to step up. And then just 3 times, you're straightening the front leg, and we bend. But we want to stay rooted as we straighten and as we bend. Okay. Next time the leg comes straight, pause there. Align your pelvis and lift the right arm forward and up. Get nice and long through that right side, and then reach forward. I like to keep my left hand on my left. Right hand comes to block, and then I draw that left hip back with my thumb. I keep my gaze down here, hey, to start. And I just take my left hand to my belly button, and I guide just my belly button up first. Gaze stays down. And then once I feel like, okay, I've hit that spot, I found it. And then I bring my hand to my heart, and I start to ask the twist to come from my heart. Gaze is still down, heart is still reaching forward. And then maybe I take my hand to my back of my head, and I guide my head and my gaze up towards the ceiling. If I feel like I can keep the alignment, then I reach the left arm forward. All optional, hey? One more breath. Gaze down, hand down. And then we lift up on the back toes, and we just reach into that longer lunge. You might just pause here. This could feel really good. This might be where you want to stay. Maybe you drop the back knee down. Inhale, let's lift our arms up. Exhale, hands come down. And reach straighten that left leg. And again, perhaps you deepen that into your Hanumanasana. So I chose this pose today because it's one of those poses everyone's like, I don't do that. It's not everyone, but a lot of people. But there's so many different ways to work into it. Hey, it could just be like straight, could be with the support of a block, blanket, bolster, 3 breaths. And whenever you're ready, come out super mindful. Okay? We feel the feet, we feel the hands, we bend the knees, take them towards one another. And then this time, just move your blocks out of the way, send that left knee back, and then come into one more down dog, last down dog of class. Can you close your eyes and feel the shape, feel the body, feel the breath? Lower your knees down and then sit back for a child's pose. My new favorite way of child pose is to interlace my fingers and take my thumbs right underneath my eyebrows on the inside. I'm going to show you right here. And then I keep my thumbs there during child's pose. Nice little release. We're going to add a little side body opener here. So wherever you are in your child's pose, press through your hands and just look up slightly. And we're going to walk our hands over to the left. I like to stack right hand on top of left and just release your head down, opening the right side body. So again, you could breathe into the right hip, right side of the belly, right rib cage, right shoulder. And then you can look up, make your way back to center, take a breath in the center. And then when you're ready, you can walk your hands over to the right. I like to stack left hand on top of right and release my head down. And then you breathe left side, so left hip, left belly, left rib cage, left shoulder. And then go ahead and make your way back to center. Press down through your hands, come up to seated. And then we'll go ahead and make our way onto our backs. So once you get to your back, bend your knees so the feet are planted. And then we're just gonna extend our right leg up towards the ceiling. You'd hold on to the back of your thigh. Maybe you wanna extend that left leg out long. Maybe you can just feel how the left leg, the back of the left thigh, back of the calf just kind of sink down a little more than the beginning of class. More than welcome to stay here. You can take a twist, taking the left leg all the way over that left side. You can keep the leg straight and extend the right arm open. If that feels like too much, you can always bend the right knee. Good, gaze comes back to center. Nice and slowly use your hands to guide that right leg back to center. And then you can release the right leg down and we'll bring the left leg up. Right knee could stay bent or it can extend out long. And then eventually we'll guide that left leg over to the right. Extend the left arm out, gaze can come left. And then using the support of your hands, bring that left leg back up. And then any final pose that you'd like to take before Shavasana, now is a good time. And then you can make your way into your final pose, your resting pose, whether it's laying flat on your back or coming up to seated position, whatever works for you. Whatever feels comfortable and cozy. Yeah, you can grab your sweaters, socks. And then before you completely rest into your Shavasana, can you come back to those intentions that you set at the beginning of class? Maybe an area or idea that you'd like to release about yourself. Maybe you can send yourself some loving kindness. Perhaps words of encouragement or affirmation. And then just rest. Just give yourself space and time to rest. We start to bring our awareness back. Perhaps a deep breath up and down the spine. Perhaps some movements in your fingers and toes, or maybe you just feel like you'd like to stay just where you are, and that's totally fine too. If you're ready, when you're ready, make your way up to a comfortable seated position. Perhaps rolling to your side, pressing through your hands, and then coming up to sit. You can bend at our elbows, bring our hands to heart center. Just take a moment in gratitude. Gratitude for the teachings of yoga, practice of yoga, this way to practice together. Gratitude for these bodies, these hearts, and these minds. Namaste. Thanks for being here live and on the recording. Appreciate seeing you all, and I hope you have a great Sunday, great afternoon.
Thank you.
Yeah.